on some real shit, bro. I have a question.
What's good?
Are ghosts real? Is paranormal shit real, bro?
Honestly, I really do think it is.
Okay, how? For real, how?
Even, I mean, I feel like most Asian countries have their own type of, you've seen all the movies like The Ring, like when they have the girl with the long black hair, pale face, um, all white, like super long exorcist dress. Like every single Asian country has something like that, especially like the Philippines, and even in like America, like you go to like the original 13 colonies area or the East Coast because it's a little older. Um, like the Salem witch trials, or even when there's been like the bloodiest war. I think was it like Gettysburg,
Mm-hmm.
dude? Like all those like old buildings and stuff that they're all like haunted.
I always find like those places, bro. They're like hella creepy. No, the reason why I was asking is because
Damn it,
ghosts are fucking real, dude.
bruh, leave that in, bruh.
I'm scared. All right, all right, no,
So
but
I'm scared.
no, for real. So the reason why I was asking is because I got a couple stories. I don't know if you have stories to tell about some paranormal
Well, I
stuff.
mean,
but most recently.
most recently, remember Raja?
Oh.
So our uncle's dog. Okay, so first of all, rest in peace, to Papa. Our grandpa recently passed away, and in their little like a little apartment with my grandma, each one of our family members stays there one day of the week, just to give a little bit support to our grandma, especially because she's older now, right? So one of those days, our uncle he has two dogs that stays with him everywhere he goes. So obviously he brought them while he was sleeping there, and at the seat that our grandpa Papa used to always sit at, the dog was literally sitting there and barking at that spot.
That was actually
Stare
creepy.
like literally staring at that spot, not even looking at anywhere else, just super focused on that one chair where he always sits, and just like he was barking, but it's not like it wasn't like a hella loud barking or like he's bothered by something. It's like he's kind of just barking to get someone's attention, or like, hey, like what are you doing here? Like what are you doing
Yeah,
here?
because he wasn't looking in the video. There's a video that my sister sent us from our uncle, right?
Yeah.
So he wasn't looking around and barking to see
Crazy.
to get reassurance or verification from my uncle or from anyone else in the same room, right? He was just barking at the same spot, not looking anywhere else. So that's why I'm just like,
But he knows
That's
Papa
creepy.
too. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a oh I'm offended or I'm attack you kind of bark. It was kind of like
Yeah.
I'm trying to get your attention. Like,
yeah, and they never
don't I
had-
know you type?
Yeah,
You know?
they were never like on bad terms type stuff. Right?
Exactly,
Papa
exactly.
loved like,
Papa, yeah,
Raja.
Papa always pet and loves Raja and all the other dogs. But I mean, that's crazy because you know how dogs like they always say dogs can see. I don't know if it's like another dimension or
Mhm.
I don't know if ghosts are just invisible to the human eye and dogs can just somehow see them because their senses are stronger and I don't know.
Has
but
has baby
he's
seen
never like specifically. There's one time I gotta ask Nicole, but there's one time where he was just like staring at a space. But I mean, baby, he's just super chill, so he kind of just does whatever. But that's why
For-
I get scared. Like if baby one time if he just looks off like randomly or something,
Mhm.
like it could be a ghost.
That's where I'm just like, I was wondering about that because even babies, like actual babies, like little
No,
kids,
they say
they
that.
could see
Yeah,
that.
they
They could
say
see
that.
that stuff. But
Yeah, like
you
the
wonder
Sixth
why.
Sense.
You kind of wonder why. When you get older, you can't really see that anymore. You
I've-
can't really
I've
get
read-
that
I don't
same
know if-
power.
Yeah,
power.
I've read or like heard something where it's because they're so innocent, or because when you grow older, your mind we're kind of just taught to think, oh, like that's not real. We need proof to see it or something, or we're just too, I don't know, grown up.
So would you say that science could back up anything, everything?
I don't-
That's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to bring religion into it, but I feel like that's where religion has to come in place at some point, like including the paranormal
It's
shit. Like
definitely
with the
something
ghosts,
spiritual, right?
It's something spiritual
Yeah.
and something that. How can you explain like a random like object flying off the shelf?
Oh, dude.
How can you explain that? Like,
That's true.
how
And
can you explain science?
Yeah, so I remember one time we were in a church. I forgot what it was for, but we were in a church one time, and the old phones. We didn't have iPhones or anything back then,
Mhm.
but I mean, so like a little Nokia, whatever it was. Like when you take pictures, and then it was in a church, and there was like a orb or something.
Mhm.
You can write it off as like dust or something like that, but I mean, I want to believe it, right? I don't know about you,
Mhm.
but I want to believe it.
The
I'm
thing
still
is,
skeptical, but I mean, isn't that crazy?
I'm not skeptical about it at all. I would say it's just more I want to like experience it so I could have a newfound respect for it.
That's
No,
scary.
I'm not trying to like experience it in my own house type stuff, but just go out and just try to see and try to explore all that. And
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
kind
mean,
of
there's tons of videos where people, go to like haunted places and they take videos, and then I mean, sometimes it's obviously fake, but you can see like it's like a silhouette or a white shadow or something passes by, which again, I mean, it's you can edit that, but
But don't you
crazy.
ever wonder like why is it always like a white dress? Why is it always a person with like long black hair?
I don't know. Maybe that's just Hollywood, but I feel like I mean I forgot what the video was exactly, but in the Philippines, there's something about I think it was like a guy he was kind of translucent. It was a guy there was a drunk guy, and he was walking, and then they said he was obviously like he looked like he was drunk, but he kind of looked translucent, and then there was like a gate, and he just like walked through it.
But wait, was it like on video or was it?
Yeah,
just
it was on
told?
video, and then you could hear the Filipino guys in the background like, bro, like what the hell, like.
But okay, the thing is with videos, it's like nowadays
I
people would
know.
like. It's hard to believe that because
I know
people
that's a fact.
put like paranormal videos in bad quality
Oh,
for the videos just to make it so like why are all scary videos recorded in such bad quality? Same thing with like UFOs.
Yeah, I was just say with
but
UFOs,
we're not gonna get into that. But yeah,
that's next time.
So the reason why I wanted to bring this up is there was actually multiple times back at my house where he moved out. I don't know if I told you the story, but there was just one time where I was walking up the stairs, and you know how Dad's room is to the left, and then to the right is the hallway.
Yeah.
So I was going up to my room, which is down the hallway to the right, and I was also looking for my dad. So then I was walking up the stairs. I tried to go to my room, and in the corner of my eye, I saw my dad walking from his bedroom to the master.
Wait, you knew it was Dad? Or
That's
you
where
just
I'ma
saw
get
like a
to.
shadow?
I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
So then I saw dad go from his bedroom to his master bathroom, and I was like, oh wait, I need to ask Dad for something. So then I went back to Dad's room, down the hall, and then I looked around. Keep in mind that was like 2 seconds later that I realized I needed to talk to Dad.
So you didn't go into his room, right?
No, I
you
didn't
were
go-
just walking past it,
yeah,
and you see
like,
him from your
I
peripheral.
just walked down the hallway, not even like 2 seconds passed when I realized I needed to talk to Dad, and then so there's no way he could like go to the bedroom or go from the bedroom to the master bathroom and then out
without
downstairs,
you seeing him.
without me seeing him
Yeah, of course.
or hearing him. And Dad's heavy-footed, right? And
Yeah.
at this time, it was only Dad, me, and Dominic in there. So
Ugh.
yeah, so what happened was I went back inside to go check, and I was like, "Hey, Dad," I was looking for him.
Yeah.
I looked in his bedroom. He wasn't there. I looked in the bathroom, in his closet, and inside the little space where the toilet
The
is.
lights were on in his room.
No, it wasn't. Well, I think
Bruh.
only one bathroom was. So then
Hell no.
I was like, what the hell? And I realized I was like, wait, what? Who the hell did I just see? What did I see?
Did you find out if Dad was even there the whole time?
Dad was in the garage. Dad was in the garage. I'm not BSing right now, bro. I'm telling you, I walked downstairs. I was looking for him because Dad back then he would always keep fixing up his garage.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dad.
He still
because
does.
he still does after like every week. So I was like, I was wondering. I was like, what the hell? So that's the thing though. It didn't creep me out because it didn't do anything to me. The only thing I would be scared.
Well, you were probably just afterwards. You're probably just like, oh, what the hell? And then.
And the thing is, I wasn't even that young.
And
so
sometimes I don't know if it could be your eyes playing a trick on you, right?
I'm blind, but I'm not that blind.
But did you
bro.
really believe, like, from the peripheral of your vision, like it looked like it was a silhouette of somebody walking?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's
it was
crazy.
the same as like Dad's.
Yeah, that's
But he
crazy.
was downstairs the whole time. And I was like, Dad, were you just in your room? He was like, no, I've been down here for a couple hours.
Hell no.
And like, dude, yeah, there's no way. So did Mom? I'm gonna tell you another story. Mom told you like how she could sometimes like see stuff, right? Or how
Whoa.
at least she was able to like.
I don't know what it
she
is
used
about
to?
Filipino women, or I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like in all Asian countries, but Filipino women, like Mom has told me stories about in the Philippines where she's seen
Mama?
Mom,
Oh, Mom.
where she's seen I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, I don't know, it's like a sixth sense or something where they can sometimes they can see it or sometimes they can just feel it.
No, but
that type of shit scares.
But I actually think mom is like one of those people that actually like that can see it, but she doesn't channel it. So
she doesn't
want to. So then that's why it's kind of like a power.
It doesn't happen. Like you kind of have to like think about it or manifest it. Or
you have to use your power in order to like have it be stronger, right? Mom doesn't want to use it, so as it gets like.
You think it's a power?
I think it's just more. It's a sixth sense type stuff. But the thing is with that, it's like you can't differentiate mental disability. I got distracted. You know what I'm talking about?
Some people say that like some mentally disabled people like they can see some other stuff too.
That's why
maybe it's because like your senses, like maybe your eyesight or maybe even something in your brain, because you don't know, bro. Like they always say we can only access a little percentage of our brain power, right? So what if other people that are mentally disabled or something, they have access to a different part of their brain where they can see something
that's
in a different dimension or something. I learned in
philosophy that I know these older like philosophers, they said that people with like disabilities aren't actually disabled.
Yeah, I heard something.
But like people think that they're weird and handicapped because they could see other things that people can't.
I heard something like that.
So how could you like, schizophrenia type stuff? I'm not trying to get into that, but people think like, oh, that's crazy. But what if they're just seeing things that are actually real that we people that don't have their power?
Yeah, imagine that they can use a different part of their brain because they're schizophrenic or they're labeled as mentally disabled. They're labeled
as crazy because they have special powers, bro. Imagine.
That's why I always think too, like, what if what I'm seeing is like something that's red, a cup that's red is different than whatever you're seeing. Like it's like a different, like we both register it as it being red or something, but it's, I don't know, it's completely different in the way that you see it or something. Because everyone's brain, like you don't know what's inside someone's brain. So what if they really can just see like a bunch of like dead people or something there, you know? And then I feel like it does boil down to if you even believe that kind of stuff. And also like with religion, if you even believe in, the devil or if you believe in God type, So I don't know. It's crazy. I remember one time our older sister, Christine, was, she told me that she was driving one time, or she was in the back seat. And when you're driving on those, I don't know, like I-5, when you're just going on those straight roads and then you look to the side and there's like a bunch of crops, right? And it's satisfying because they're like in perfect lines. You see them, right? She said that one time she looked over and she saw like a guy in all white or something like that. And I guess he looked like a ghost or something.
What?
Yeah. And then she said she, like for a second, and then she like double took and it wasn't there anymore.
But, were they like stationary?
Yeah, well, she said it was like walking towards the road.
What?
There's a bunch of videos like that. I don't know if you've seen like in the Philippines too, where, oh my God, it's scary. They're driving and then I think it was, I don't know if it was famous people, but they were driving in a car and multiple people were in the car. So multiple people saw it. And then they saw like a girl in a white dress, bro. And I forgot exactly what happened, but it looked like her neck was broken or something like that. And so they were thinking about turning around, but when they turned around, she wasn't there anymore. She was just walking, bro. Like, oh my God. Can you imagine seeing some shit like that?
I know, that's crazy.
But I feel like also, like when we're talking about like, you have to believe in it or you have to use your power, like, I don't know, maybe you just naturally have to have that, because if you really think about it, if we really try hella hard to try to see something, I feel like it's not always gonna be there.
That's
right.
But that's the
if
thing,
you try to
that's the power of manifestation.
If you see someone like Ghost Adventures type, like they go there, even if some of it is fake or whatever, but they're going there for the sole purpose of, I'm gonna find something on camera, I'm gonna find a ghost or something. But I mean, what are the chances of that?
Do you believe in those stories where I think it was Conjuring 3? How many Conjurings were there? 4 or 3? The newest one I believe is where
I think there's 3.
There was a murder, and the guy, it was back then, obviously, and it was when this guy murdered his entire family, and he blamed it on demonic possession.
That's Stranger Things.
No, he didn't. What the fuck? Yeah, but baby, he didn't remember doing that. I don't think he killed his family. He killed, I think, his girlfriend's friend or something. And so he blamed it on demonic possession, killing that one guy.
The guy did it, and he said that he got possessed.
That he got possessed. People say, or what I've learned is, like from researching like this ghost stuff, because I actually have researched it, because it makes me curious.
Yeah, dude, I watched a ton of videos on that.
There's times where people, when you're manifesting like negativity or you're really in a dark spot, that's when demons and stuff and the supernatural, that's when they're like, all right, that's our vessel right there.
Yeah, because they say that if you're like in a weak mindset, or you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling sad, and you're having those negative and deep thoughts and emotions, that it's easier for, I don't know, whatever it is, like a demon or something, to try to possess that person's soul, because it's their mindset is kind of weak, where it's easy for them to take control of you and take control of your negative emotions.
Yeah, because like you're easily manipulated after that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why people are like find God type stuff. No, but I'm not trying to bash on like religion and stuff, but that's where I just find it like scary, like creepy, because what are those things, like how
and it throughout history, bro, like the Exorcist movies and stuff, like those are actual things that happen, where I don't know about the whole spinning the head shit and all that, but they have priests that go out there to try to fix the exorcist or do an exorcism. And I always thought that if something like that is real and the possessions are actually, because Conjuring, I think it was the second one where the girl in England or whatever, the girl was levitating, or her voice changed, where it was like some kind of demons. Like,
people thought that was a hoax though,
but there's pictures or videos of the girl actually levitating. Like, if that shit is real, then I mean, I guess you there's an argument that God is real too. Then
the thing is with that, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of easy to fake paranormal stuff if you think about it, because no one's gonna believe it, or someone would attach a string to it, or it was edited. How can you actually believe it? What makes you actually believe in something that seems paranormal?
Seeing is believing. Seeing with your own eyes.
Seeing with your own eyes, right? Yeah. But how can you make others believe it? See, that's the thing. It sucks when, like, imagine that's happening to you, right? You're being
possessed.
You're not possessed, but you're being controlled, or you're being like messed around with a demon, right? It's in your house. How would you get others to believe you? Bring them in there, or like social media is a big thing. How can you record it without people thinking that it's fake? I've seen a lot of things on TikTok.
Well, what about like Paranormal Activity? Isn't that based off of a true story?
Is it really?
Yeah. I
don't know about tugged out of the bed. That's why I sleep with the blanket over my feet, bro.
That's why I feel like if you ask somebody, even if I asked like Nicole to do it one time, or whoever else, but if you like record yourself like at nighttime,
that's scary.
Yeah, people don't want to do that, because why? Because in the back of their mind they believe it.
Yeah, I mean, but like people are gonna try to deflect, saying like, oh, I'm not scared to record myself. It's just weird. Man, you might see some
That's
stuff. That's excuses. Yeah. But it's just weird how, in my opinion, I don't know how it works, but coming from a normal person who sees stuff on the internet, how can cameras see things that the human eye can't? I know there's like technology, you can't really. I guess you could explain that, but I just find that weird.
That's true.
And I'm not okay. Where I'm getting,
I'm sure there's like some whole kind of science behind it, because maybe the eye. I don't know. I'm not like an eye doctor, but maybe there's just something that the eyes, the way they work, because, like sometimes you need glasses, right? I never needed glasses. It's like maybe it's something like that where some person can't see it because their eyesight is messed up or something. That's the thing about that, is it's crazy because you never know what's going on in someone's eyes and someone's brain. They could be looking at something and it'll be completely different from what you see, but you'll never know that.
It's just,
I know it's like some high commentary and shit.
No, for sure. But in my opinion, it's just, I'm not trying to say I'm skeptical or I don't believe it till I see it. I want to believe it, but how can I truly experience that? How can I really?
But if someone came up to you and asked you, was like right now, like I'm asking you, like, do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in the paranormal?
I would say
to a certain extent,
same way that I believe in heaven and hell. I'm not completely religious, but I do believe that there's some things that you can't. I feel like there's more than just. I feel like there's more after death. Also, life after death type stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't say reincarnation because that is getting religious. I'm not trying to say I'm super religious.
Yeah, no, me neither. I feel like there's a fine line, because it's kind of the same thing. You have to be spiritual to believe in religion fully as well, like to believe in God fully, or believe in the devil fully, or heaven and hell. But I don't know. Seeing is believing.
What I find creepy, especially with ghost stories, is I would say the Civil War type stuff.
Yeah, like Gettysburg.
War, the not just any war, the Civil War, because that's when like a lot of hate.
Is Gettysburg the Civil War? I think so, right?
I think it was
1800s. Yeah,
but
17, 1800s. I don't know.
Besides that,
I forgot already.
What I was trying to get at is Civil War is different because there was a lot more hate involved, because it was two of the same sides fighting against each other, right? Or they're supposed to be the same side, but they separated. So
and
that's
they
what
always
I'm
say
saying.
too that to hate someone you have to love them first, and they were all
To
one
understand.
people. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they were all one people, and then to really create a conflict where they're fighting each other that bad,
Mhm.
that's like some real deep hate. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I feel that.
So that's gonna cause like some hatred because they said, you know, the devil thrives on hatred, thrives on negativity.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, if you
That's
people
a
people
good
would
point.
go to sites, bring spirit boxes, and then they'd have audio stuff, audio
Hell
waves,
no.
and then it talks back to them. The thing is with that is
Are those actually real?
I wouldn't believe it if I was really there, like unless I was really there.
Then let's go.
I'm down, bro.
Hell, you want to go to a cemetery and play a Ouija board?
People, okay, not the Ouija board, bro. Like that's the Ouija board.
I feel like that's just as bad.
No,
Playing
but
with
there's
the little
there's-
spirit box and it talks back to you, bro. Oh my god.
There's different ways to communicate with ghosts, bro. So it's a
Like
sum
what?
it all up, right? I believe in it, but I want to have a newfound respect for it, you know, because I want to say like I want to be sure of it, you know. I don't want to.
It's also a thing of you know, like religion nowadays. It's like if 10 of your friends believe that something happened or believe in something spiritual or something like that, I mean, you're more likely to kind of agree with them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like how many people believe in Christianity for hundreds of years, and you know, a lot of people believe that, right? So even just like us, you know, we're raised to be Catholic, but we're raised to go to church, all that, raised to believe that there is a God, right? Not saying that there isn't, or there isn't some kind of, you know, more powerful being out there, which is, you know, I kind of do believe that there's like a more powerful being that kind of, I wouldn't say dictates everything, but I don't know. I feel like we still have free will, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, a lot of more people are saying that, you know, oh no, ghosts can't be real because da 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 whatever. But it's like a popular opinion. What if that's just an idea that was just put into our mind because it's a popular opinion? Popular opinions are not always right, right?
It's basically what society wants you to think sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. So most people are just like, oh, you know, religion can't be this because science proves this or anything. Were you there?
Yeah, exactly. But people, that's why I'm trying to say that maybe sometimes science is I've kind of learned this in philosophy. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while. As far as I remember, I took philosophy for first period, bro. So I remember a faint amount, but
In high
science was kind of used to prove religion wrong. Not wrong, but you know, try to explain life without having to use religion. There you go. So excuse me on that. So
Try to explain life.
trying to explain life and all of its values without using religion, without using supernatural stuff. So on that, with on the whole paranormal stuff, what about superstition? Are you superstitious?
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like superstitious comes with manifestation, right? So
Being superstitious.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like I think it also has to do with cultures as well. Like maybe too that it's because like third world countries, like I keep bringing it up, but like Filipino culture or Asian cultures, or even like in Mexico, like I have a lot of Mexican friends that they do, you know, when people die, you know, when Papa passed away, we had something that's called a novena. Whether or not we're not religious, it's pretty interesting to think that as a whole culture, of course, you know, being as a Catholic culture, most of the Philippines is, it's they have this thing, and Mexicans too, you know, Catholic Christianity, whatever, but they have this thing where people die and they call it a novena prayer, right? You do it for 9 days, I think, right? Yeah, 9 days.
7.
I think it's 9 days.
Probably.
I don't remember exactly, but anyways, the thing is that they say is that after someone dies, before they pass on to the afterlife, you know, they stay on Earth for 40 days, and I mean, I think that's a positive thing to kind of believe in too, because it's kind of like, oh, you know, my family member or whoever, my loved one is staying for another 40 days, so that way they can say their final goodbyes to their family. You know, like, and it's like that for, like I said, Catholic cultures, for Filipinos, for Latin cultures as well. I think that too. What if it's also, it has to do with, like, because America is such you know, first world country, that we have, our problems are more not spiritual, but it's more scientific based, you know, based off of numbers, based off of stocks, based off of the economy. But then in third world countries, yeah, they don't really, that's not, majority of the country is not like that. in a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
So majority of them is just kind of being spiritual, kind of connecting with the earth more than like America.
Yeah, because it's kind of like they're not really in touch with the modern day.
Exactly.
So that's what really they could rely on.
Exactly. But it's not just, because that's the way that they're living, but it's because that's just how things are in that untouched majority,
Of the
mostly untouched like part of the world, like in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's less big skyscrapers, big cities, and it's more of, just the everyday simple life.
Passing on superstition, basically, and like tradition, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I feel like that's why kind of the third world countries, besides Asia, especially like Africa or Egypt, those places in the world, they have the most craziest stories,
dude.
like with the mummies and everything.
Well, think about just
Their
Egypt in
religion?
general. Think about Egypt. Like, I don't know. I love to talk about the pyramids because it's crazy how the pyramids were built in a specific manner so they line up with the belt of Orion, the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and a lot of modern day scientists believe that it's not possible for them to have technology like that, or it's not possible for them to have like a big big population of people in one place because it was so long ago. Like, bro, I don't know. You never know. What if them being without having all the technology of the things that we use today? We have plastic. We have a lot of technology and machinery, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because they didn't have that, they think that they weren't as smart as us. Nah, dude, I don't think so. Like, what if because they were more spiritually in touch with the world, they were able to unlock something in their brain, or I don't know, something that the earth offered, some kind of plant or something that helped them unlock something in their brain where, who knows, they could carry, it was possible for them to carry these 70 ton like beams,
Mm-hmm.
and place them perfectly so they create a pyramid and they line up perfectly with the stars. Who knows?
I've seen
like,
a couple
that's
stuff on that.
crazy.
Like, I've seen stuff where people say that it was giants or cyclopses that helped the humans build the pyramids because they found some skeletons and stuff like that, that
Like
are
big
related
people?
to bigger people.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a possibility, like
Yeah,
they're
dude,
extinct.
we weren't there, bro. So how would we ever know? Like, that's why I never doubt those kind of stories. Like, I mean, as obviously there's still like some science behind it. It's not possible to carry or have all these slaves carry these buildings at a 10 degree slope or something like
Mhm.
that. But a lot of people. Why is it that a lot of people believe in, like, even Muslim countries, in Catholic Christian countries, where they believe in like one almighty being, God,
Mhm.
right? What if it was, I don't know, I'm on some crazy shit right now, but what if it was, an alien or something that came, because they all say he's in the sky, right? Heaven is in the sky, right?
Yeah.
What if it was an alien that came from the sky, of course, and then gave them the technology or gave them some kind of power to be able to do something, right? Because
Mhm.
if you really think about it, bro, like it's crazy how humans are compared to animals, like other animals, right?
Mhm.
Why are we able to use our thumbs like this? Why are we able to communicate like this and build things like this out of nothing? What if it was an alien, and like I said, someone from the sky, it maybe what we think is God from the sky, this almighty being that gave us this power, this out of earth or out of world power, is from another planet, like an alien or something. Like, this is
how
crazy,
often do
right?
you guys think about that shit? That's I think about that
it's
when you see it
crazy.
in the history books. Like, how could they just explain how things were built?
And that's the thing too. You can't. We're learning nowadays. You can't
Mhm.
always believe what's in a history book, what's taught to you in school,
Right.
right?
I think our COVID year is gonna be in the history books. It has to be.
Oh no, that's a fact
Like
for
the
sure.
whole pandemic,
The
man.
whole Earth, dude.
The whole world was in a pandemic.
Yeah, the whole fucking world.
And so, remember there was like a whole scare of like Ebola
Yeah.
and everything like that
Yeah.
coming to the U.S. and Grandpa, the video of angry Grandpa getting Ebola.
R.I.P. He's a real one.
Yeah, I know, bro. So
OG of YouTube for real. For real.
yeah, I know, but just that whole COVID stuff, and people were thinking,
What, you think it's a conspiracy, COVID?
that's what I was trying to get at. So people were saying,
Damn near.
oh, it was like man-made to to control the population. There's multiple speculations or conspiracies that people were making on
Or
the
people
whole
don't want to
thing.
get the vaccine because it's putting a chip in you.
Yeah, exactly. And there's still a lot of people that don't want to get the vaccine. And like, I mean, shouts out to those who still haven't gotten vaccinated
Yeah, shout out to
yet.
Kyrie.
But yeah, but
Shout out to Andrew Wiggins for getting that vaccine for us and coming through for us in the finals. First of all, I'm sorry, but
he didn't want to get it.
he didn't want to get it. No,
That's
because
crazy.
I mean it's kind of a difficult situation. I don't want to get into politics, but it's because they were forced. The NBA was kind of telling them, oh, if you want to play, that you have to follow the CDC guidelines and get vaccinated.
Mhm.
Right? It's kind of like going for work. A lot of places didn't want you to go into work unless you were vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, but it's kind of going against like, oh, what the hell? Like, why would I get a vaccine just because the government is telling me to? It's kind of going against their freedom of speech or or their free will, whatever.
What other conspiracies you got?
Oh, dude, I don't know. Conspiracies are crazy. I mean, yeah, like I mean, even to this day, there's countries like third world countries. I guess you could say third world countries and there's documentaries on it, and other people, I guess scientists too, that want to test out different drugs, or sometimes they're not even drugs, but I mean plants that come from the earth, like mushrooms or something, and like I said, like that just ties back to what if back in the day they really took something like that to be able to build something like that.
Mhm.
You never been to Mexico, huh, right?
No, but
When
I want to.
Yeah, we went to Mexico recently. There's this it's one of the 8 wonders of the world, I think, Chichen Itza. It's also like a pyramid, and it's crazy, bro. Like, to think that these people were not smart enough to have a whole society or to have a huge population like that, I think it's ridiculous, because there's just you can find videos of it too. There's just one pyramid of it where at the top, and it's I guess it's like a chamber or something. Anyways, it's a pyramid, and if you stand at the bottom and you clap your hands, it sounds like birds, like a bird's flapping their wings. Bro,
How's that work?
There's professional like acoustic people, or I don't know, it sounds stupid when I say that, but like people that have a profession in acoustics or music where they can't even explain it. It's like, what the hell? Like, how do they do that? How do they think of doing something like that?
Yeah, I have some theories of creepypastas that could actually be real. Have you seen those videos where
What, Siren Head?
No, bro, not that stupid shit, but like skinwalkers type shit.
Oh, bro.
Where people they
that's
say
a creepypasta? That's like there's a whole documentary on that, like the farm and everything, right?
There's things where there's posts on the internet that say if you're in the woods and you hear the sound of someone screaming or someone asking for help, don't go towards the sound.
I think I might have heard
Because
something like
if you
that.
go towards the sound, it's a skinwalker. You're gonna die. I don't know
What
how
do they
would
do?
die.
What does a skinwalker do? It takes over your form,
It takes the form
kills
of
you
something
and then
else,
takes-
of a life form.
but why does it kill you?
Because I don't know. But that's like some things that want to get some kills in the wild type shit. But there's also stuff where
and why does that happen? Why do people think that it happens in like the forest or something like that? Because there's no technology there. There's none of the lights, city lights or whatever to distract. I don't know, or to disturb that ground where it's just you and the earth and whatever the hell is in there in that dark space, right?
why
It's
what the
just
hell is this
creepy.
darkness? Let's talk about some superstitions though. Do you believe in that superstition where if you break a mirror, then you get bad luck?
Ever since I was a kid, it was always a step on a crack, break your mother's back.
That type
I
you
always-
believing in that?
Even if I don't believe it, I still avoid
Like,
stepping
bro, I'm
on
not
cracks.
trying to break my
Yeah, exactly. I'm
mom's
not trying to
back.
break my mom's back.
There was this one time at Jordan's old house, our cousin, cousin, but it was at his house and we were playing football inside of Tita Cherry's room, and we were throwing a football and the football
Broke a mirror.
got thrown into the mirror, and then I was like, oh my god,
Y'all got
that's
7
bad
years of bad luck.
7 years of fucking bad luck. So then, ever since then, like the past 10 years, bro, I was still like manifesting, like, bro.
I was gonna say
that-
like maybe it's
The
also
reason
like
why something bad happened is because I broke that damn mirror.
exactly. Maybe it's like some kind of manifestation. Like you think about it like that. Like, damn, like I broke a mirror. I'm gonna have bad luck for 7 years type shit.
Another superstition that I don't know, it always sticks in the back of my mind that I really didn't believe before was crossing a pole, like splitting a pole. If you are walking with another person and you guys split that pole, one person walks on the other side and
Then
the other
what is the
person-
superstition that you guys aren't gonna be in each other's lives or
No,
something
it's
anymore?
bad luck if you.
Oh.
That I believe in bad luck because, like, who wants bad luck? The thing is with like when bad things happen, it's hard to persevere sometimes to be positive unless you got like a specific mindset, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I just kind of believe in that stuff where I'm just like, no way, but like, hey, but don't crush the pole type stuff. Otherwise, we're gonna get some bad luck.
Well, yeah. I mean, I always think about it like I don't know if I necessarily fully believe in it, but it's also like if you can avoid splitting the pole, fuck it, just avoid splitting the pole. Or like same thing with the crack, avoid splitting the crack. I mean, avoid stepping on the crack.
Stepping on the crack to break mom's back. There's another superstition where it's a funny one where they're like, oh that blind, that's your uncle. Have Filipino aunties.
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Butterflies.
Like I don't know about no. I'm just saying like just any animal. Like they see like you see an animal that just comes out randomly, comes out of nowhere. It's like, oh my god, that's your uncle that passed away. You never heard of that?
Not really. Well, I mean, like I said, butterflies, because butterflies are kind of like they're, I guess, a sign of life or a sign of reincarnation. Get into like superstitions like that too, bro. Again, like when Papa passed away, you know, you're kind of in a dark space where you're kind of thinking like you're having regrets. You know, oh, I didn't talk to them enough. I didn't do this enough. So you're kind of talking to them, just kind of hoping that they hear you somehow, some way, right? And it wasn't during the time of the 40 day that they're on Earth, the last days on Earth, right?
4 days.
So I was asking, we had some Christmas lights hanging up, and I was asking him, you know, like, Papa, like, just tell me you're here, or somehow show me you're here, mess with the lights or something. And I remember leaving that weekend and coming back, and the lights, one side of the lights was like down. And I mean, and it could be a coincidence because maybe the hook that was holding it, just the stickiness, like, just went away.
Who would want to think it's coincidence when it's like
exactly?
They're looking for any
the
sign.
timing is too convenient. Like, there's no way, like, I don't know, that type of shit. Like, that's why I do believe in stuff like that, because whether or not you, like, science says it's, oh, no, it's not, whatever, like, that's something that you can hold on to, and that's, like, a belief for real. Like, he messed with the lights because I asked him to, right?
That's where, on that part of superstition and paranormal, there are some places that's around here that people are able to visit. You know, like in Sacramento, the mansion.
Oh my god, bro!
You know the
stuff
mansion.
like that.
What's it called? Or is it San Jose? Is it Sacramento or San Jose? The Winchester Mansion. Winchester. There you go. Yeah. Winchester Mansion.
Is that the one where the guy built like?
It was a lady. A lady was building a whole mansion after her husband died. That was a maker of the weapon. I forgot a gun.
Guns. Of guns. And that brand of guns killed a lot of people.
Killed a lot of people. Like Native Americans. Like hella shit, bro. Like it was all the way back.
And
then.
wasn't
I think it was.
Is the Winchester house? Is that the one where there's like that doors that open and lead to nothing?
Yeah.
And you can fall out and die.
Do you remember? Do you know the story about that? So basically,
not 100%, but I have heard it. Like, dude,
so
that's crazy.
Basically, after the husband died, the spirits and everything that was haunting him started to haunt the wife, because she was the wife of the husband.
Wife of the husband that made that fucking weapon that killed hella people.
She wanted they wanted to haunt her as. So they said, people were saying that she kept having construction workers build the house continuously.
Was it different construction workers?
To lead spirits. There's multiple things.
That's why she did.
There's multiple things.
That's why she built it where the doors would lead to nothing.
Yeah, multiple theories.
Make the spirits leave. Oh, there's
multiple theories.
That's crazy.
There's multiple theories of why the mansion was built so fucking weird.
Have you been there?
I want to.
Dude, let's go,
but
bro.
I'm so down, bro. Let's vlog that.
I think that's San Jose.
I think it is San Jose.
Yeah.
So basically, there is a story where she would have construction workers there 24/7 building random structures, ladders going up this way, stairs
like
going like in a weird direction,
or leading
to
stairs
nowhere.
going to like a door, like a wall or something.
Yeah, and then a door leading right outside, like nothing there. A door. If you open the door, it's just the ground, right?
Yeah.
So there's another one where she built. There's another theory where she kept having construction workers build the mansion weirdly, because that's where like the spirits were like trying to wander around, just trying to make them go somewhere else besides taunt her and stuff like that. So that's where I'm just like, bro, like how did they know work?
How did they know that?
Like, and why doesn't that happen currently to this day, bro?
Well, did she say specifically that it was that she thinks that it's spirits that's following her because her husband was the creator of the gun?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people were saying.
Shit, that's crazy.
There was even a movie about
fuck.
it, but I don't know if the movie was that good. The movie was probably.
I want to go there though, because you could visit that, right?
You could
Yeah,
visit
that's
it,
crazy.
but I think it's
But-
expensive, bro.
Oh, for real?
I think it's
like
expensive.
an attraction, right?
People are gonna,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah.
would you get scared if you go to something like that, like a haunted house, and then like, I don't know about
I
you, but
want to go to a
I get
haunted
scared though,
house.
like if you go to a haunted place that sometimes the spirits might follow you. You know,
People every time, bro, out of my
like,
friend
that's
group.
crazy, bro.
Yeah, out of my friend group or like just family members in general, I'm like, bro, let's go see this like scary place out. Like I would go to the slaughterhouse with my friends.
Oh yeah,
There's-
slaughterhouse.
there's, like-
That's Manny.
Excuse me. There's a trail near our house where there's like an old slaughterhouse. I don't know if it was an actual slaughterhouse.
I think it
but
was. No, it was. Yeah.
People were speculating that it was super haunted, like one of the
and there's
haunted places.
the
in
gates
Mania.
of hell over
And
there
there's
too.
the gates of hell. That's not too close or not too far. And I would be like, hey, bro, let's go check it out. And then my friends would be like, are you stupid, bro? I'm just, but I don't. What I'm thinking is, how would they hurt you? You know, besides maybe I mean poltergeist type stuff, like where they
Well,
throw stuff or.
Exactly.
but-
That doesn't scare you.
Now that I think of it, maybe what if like the way that they hurt you is they follow you in your daily life that makes bad things happen. Maybe it makes things like it makes you manifest bad things. Because I
That's
really
crazy.
think
Yeah, that's trippy.
manifestation is an actual like
Manifestation is real.
it's a real
Really.
thing. And ghosts could just try to like manifest like bad things for you or manipulate you type stuff. And maybe that's a form of possession.
But you still want to go to the Winchester house.
I do want to just visit,
even though
bro,
you
'cause-
believe in it.
Hey, I'm baptized, bro. Like I got a cross right here tatted. So
That's one thing too that I
Yeah.
don't know if I really believe in that, but I don't know. I feel like being baptized it's a good thing.
I feel like I mean I don't know.
I don't know.
My parents always told me, or mom and dad always told me, if you're not baptized, then you're an easy vessel to.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
that's
you
what I
have
heard
no
too.
protection over.
I guess
over
they
you
might have
to
told me the
be-
same thing.
Yeah, to be protected from possession.
Yeah,
right.
Or
So
bad
th-
spirits, whatever.
Yeah, or maybe just as.
But you know what being baptized is for, right? It's to wash away like the sins or
Yeah,
whatever.
of your parents, basically, because
or I think
you
it's
being
like to
born.
wash away the original sin. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
because I think either you are the sin or your parents brought the sin onto you. I don't know.
Well, you know
Yeah.
that like the reason why we're deemed as like sinners, right? Because of the original sinners.
Yeah,
Adam and Eve. Yeah. Because they ate the apple, and then so it just follows
if you
everyone.
think about
because
it-
we're all humans.
But okay, this is like off topic, but doesn't that mean we're like everyone else is related because we descended from Adam and Eve? But
That's what they say.
That's weird, bro. Hell no, that's weird. That's weird, bro.
All right, but anyways, so talking about like the Winchester house. That's why I don't know. Christine put me onto some crazy. You know the Zodiac killer
Oh my God, the one in the Bear SF, right?
in Vallejo. Well,
I thought
yeah,
it was an SF.
No, he killed a lot of people in San Francisco, close to San Francisco, I guess. Well, he also sent a lot of like letters to the San Francisco Chronicle. Whatever, this lit. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so I want to talk about because you mentioned the Winchester. Dude, the Bay Area is crazy. We actually have a lot of like haunted shit, but
I feel like, but compared to the South, I feel like
oh my god,
there's
bro,
nothing
of
really
course.
much. I mean, the only thing about the most famous part of history or famous history part of SF is the 1949.
The Gold Rush.
Yeah, that was 1949, right?
Yeah, that's what they call the that's what they call the 49ers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why we're called the Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State because of the gold rush. But
Yeah.
of course, there's some. I'm sure there's some dark,
Well, of course, there's gonna be always some
dark,
ghost
twisted and
stories,
mysterious,
dark, strange, and mysterious. Told in story format. Shout out to Mr. Ballin.
No, yeah, but there's some crazy stuff about the gold rush. But other than that, bro, the South, they got slavery, they got the Civil War, they got multiple other wars, bro. I mean, the Bay Area
And
we got some
the
crazy
East Coast too. You know, like
stuff. Yeah,
dude.
because people came to.
think about like the
East,
Salem
right?
witch trials, bro. Like that's fucking crazy.
You know, I still find that crazy because there's also more ghost stories about the Salem witch trials.
what do you mean more
stories.
ghost stories?
The Conjuring. There's like it's based on a true story.
Oh
where-
my god, bro, that shit is so
That's why I
bro.
really like The Conjuring because with The Conjuring, bro, it's based on true stories
Based
and
on
it's
something
actually
real.
interesting. So
Yeah.
so is Insidious. But I don't know if like
Insidious is too?
yeah, Insidious is based on a true story. That's why I like it.
Nah.
It is. It's based on a true story
About people like being able to walk in or see. What is it called?
To-
Lucid dreaming or
it's, something traveling.
astral traveling?
Something like it's kind of like that. Dude, bro, I actually want to do that. Have you ever lucid
You wanna-
dreamed? Bro, have you
No, I
lucid
never
dreamed
have.
before?
I never have.
There's some. Bro, there's
I don't
like
think.
so
I
much
feel like
thing-
not
bro,
everyone can do that though. But I mean, a lot of people that are close to me, like Nicole or like Wilson and Kevin and them, like they said that they've done that before.
They've done it.
I guess.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Isn't that what sleep paralysis is? Where you can see yourself?
No, that's
no,
different.
when you're stuck, right? And then
Yeah.
you
Sleep
sometimes you see
paralysis.
scary shit.
Yeah, bro.
Why
Okay,
the
so
fuck does that manifest? That's crazy.
That's another thing. Why is sleep paralysis always a negative thing? Why is it? Why is
Yeah.
it that our bodies always resort to something like
Something
negative,
scary,
something
right?
Scary when we're like.
Maybe it's
panic.
because what happens when you get into sleep paralysis, where your body is stuck, and so you're like, well, what the hell? Why can't I move? But I'm awake. So maybe your brain just kind of makes you think of something negative or something scary, like what the hell? Like, oh my god, I need to move. Like I need to move. Oh my god, there's a fucking black shadowy figure right there.
Why is he standing at the doorway like that? Jalen is like one of the only people that I know that actually had sleep paralysis. Well, I think actually Kenny did too.
He told you?
They had,
but
sleep
they always say
paralysis.
it's like similar experiences where he has like a dark shadowy figure, and then there's like other like scary shit
But
around
why
you.
is it always negative, bro? That's what I'm thinking. Like, why? What
Because
if that's
maybe it's just your brain like triggering because you're in a panic.
or what if it's something that's actually dead, but we can't see it in our.
Oh yeah, maybe like
just
you,
normal,
like while you're
normal
sleeping, you somehow
feeling.
get stuck in like a different plane.
Yes, like
Oh my god, bro,
oh,
that's trippy.
dude, that's crazy.
That's trippy.
And people like, how can people explain like, people scientists are probably gonna be like, oh, it's just anxiety or maybe like those dark figures or whatever, like those dark tall figures.
It's just your anxiety
No,
manifesting or
it's just
something.
like it's like basically a cliche thing that society makes up. So your brain resorts to that because the thing is, right, we don't know what something looks like. We just think of something that we've already seen and we picture it.
Well,
and we
think
put
of-
it onto that.
If you think of what fear is, there's always like why are you scared of the ocean? Because you don't know what's out there.
I'm scared of the fucking ocean.
Like why are you scared of something in the dark time? Because you don't know what's out there.
Humans
It's
fear what they don't know.
fearing the unknown. Exactly.
And that's why people are scared of the dark, because they can't see what's going on.
Exactly.
They can't see what's there.
That's scary as fuck though. And I always get scared too. Like like if you're in the ocean and you can't see like all the way underneath,
Bro,
that's
oh my
hella
God.
scary, bro. Because
I think it's more
But it's-
scarier like when it's daytime, because you could see around you of things that you're not even you're not.
I don't
even
know,
aware
bro.
of.
Imagine the ocean at nighttime, bro.
I mean, yeah, it's scary at nighttime too, but I feel like with the Titanic, I think I was more scared of seeing the ocean when it was like
For real?
daytime.
I don't know.
In the
That's-
movie.
That's different for me and you, I guess, because I love the way the ocean looks at daytime. I like it. If I could
like
explore the ocean, that'd be
lakes
crazy.
look like lake water, river water.
I don't know,
looks.
Lake Placid.
Big. Oh hell no. Pirates of the Caribbean, bro. Come on now. No, but on like that's
It's
just so much
beautiful
more-
though. That's why I love the water.
Fucking Davy Jones and shit. What the fuck?
I love Davy Jones. He's hard as fuck.
Loch Ness Monster is scary too, though.
Yeah, that's a lake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in a lake.
Oh my God.
I think that's
Urban
in,
legends
in,
like that. Like I think that shit's hella cool. Like
Yeah.
like the Loch Ness monster. Like, why wouldn't you want to believe that something from hundreds of years ago, like an old dinosaur, is still living in something like that? Like that's
Mhm.
crazy.
There's like especially like Greek gods where there's this I forgot what it was, what monster or what monster it was, but it was a serpent.
Kraken, right?
No, it was a serpent that would that ate its own tail. You know what I'm talking about? It's like something with Greek. It was in God of War. The fourth one. It started with a J.
I don't know what it was called, but there's something behind that too. I think like on the Mexican flag, they have
What the fuck?
no, yeah, on the Mexican flag. I think it's the Mexican flag where there's a snake eating its own tail. It's I
It
forgot.
symbolizes
It
something.
symbolizes like eternity or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but it symbolizes something like that too. What about like the Kraken, bro? Like
the Kraken.
you know what's
That's
fucking
why I'm
crazy?
scared, bro. I hate that.
Yeah,
That's so nasty,
thing that's-
bro.
It's nasty. It's not as nasty. It's fucking scary because it's huge.
That's probably why I don't like seafood. Because the reason why I don't
Oh
like
my
seafood,
God,
but I don't
bro.
trust where that shit comes from, bro. I don't trust where that shit comes from. We're not in there.
Another theory, like if you think about it, like if you look at at an octopus or a squid or something, like
Octopus.
that's like the most like alien creature.
Yeah, because
Like people
there's
that
multiple fucking
people that
arms.
went fishing and shit from the beginning, like there's clams or sea urchins or octopus. You pull that out of the water where we're not supposed to really be at, right? We're mostly on the land,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
They
That's
pull
why I
that
don't
out the
like that
ocean. They're
shit.
like, I'm gonna eat this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, look at it, bro. Like, oh, this shit got 8 legs and like holes on its arms. I'm gonna eat this shit.
But you like shit like crawfish and shrimp and shit. So that's
Shrimp is gas, yeah.
It's fucking. I don't know, bro. Like people make it look good, but when I eat it, it just tastes. They all taste like fucking like the seawater. Like I don't know, bro.
Sometimes that's the appeal of that kind of stuff, like
yeah, but
oysters and stuff. They like it because it has like a oceany brininess.
I can't with that. The ocean is
bro
like,
has a phobia of seafood.
But not a phobia, but of just like
damn near.
It's a natural thing. You know I love chicken, right?
Yeah.
I don't like rotisserie chicken because it's fucking weird, bro. I don't like it in its purest form, where it's just like in its body. Yeah, it has no head, but that shit is fucking. That weirds me out.
Bro, don't like rotisserie chicken.
I like rotisserie chicken when it's cut up, but not eating it straight off the whole.
I can see where you're coming from or something like that, but I mean that's just so like it's so like normal. Yeah, like a whole chicken like that.
Okay. So what about some turkey legs? Okay. You motherfucker, you don't like some big foods. You don't like big chicken wings. You don't like turkey legs.
Cause bro, like it's like a fat ass burger. You know that bitch gonna be dry as fuck. So of course it's gonna be fucking nasty.
Okay, then explain how you. Okay, I don't like.
And turkey legs, that shit's fucking gross. Like, there's a conspiracy where people say that
it's
turkey.
Injected?
No, well I think that's true. Yeah, they give them hormones and shit.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
No, but I'm talking about like in Disneyland. I don't know if it's true, but the turkey legs because they're so fucking huge. They're actually ostrich.
No. It was something. Was it ostrich?
Ostrich. Because if you think about it, bro, like if you at Thanksgiving when they have a full turkey, the turkey legs are not that fucking big.
That's fucking nasty.
I know, it's fucking gross, bro. That's what I told you, right? It's nasty.
Disneyland's sick. Disneyland's sick. Disneyland, if you're watching this, you're fucking nasty.
No, shout out to Disneyland. I love Disneyland.
Shout out to Disneyland. Yeah, I miss that shit, but. Oh, you know that there's I don't know if it's proven real, but I've seen that there's an island separated from Disneyland. I think it's in Disney World.
Yeah, there's an old
like where it was
Sea World or something like that.
No, it wasn't Sea World. It was just like a jungle world where it was like
it
was kind of like a zoo.
And it's
where
abandoned
they would keep
now.
wild animals, but then someone died over there, or they went bankrupt, and so
I think they went bankrupt.
Oh, they went bankrupt first, right? They went bankrupt. And then there's a kid or someone that thought it was funny to just swim over there and then see what it was like over there. And apparently I think they died, or someone or one of the janitors, they saw their body floating in the water. So they had to
there's actually a lot of there's a lot of stuff like that. I remember I think it was also some kind of like, it wasn't exactly SeaWorld, but it was also some kind of SeaWorld where there's like, water slides like that where they got like staph infection or some shit from that and then the kid died. Or there's in Disney World specifically, Florida, they have hella gators and shit, hella alligators. Mm-hmm. There was a kid, I think it was like on a Disney resort or something, where the kid was just walking and there was a sign. Maybe that's why they put the sign there. I don't remember. But anyways, there was a kid walking by like the water, and there was a wooden fence there, and got snatched up by a fucking alligator.
That's crazy, bro. But why would Disneyland have some random ass like wild animals?
It's not that they want to have the alligators there, but there's so many alligators in Florida.
No, but they kept like some crazy animals at that like zoo attraction that they had at the island.
Well, zoos are kind of fucked up in general, and I always liked going to zoos when I was younger, but it's kind of unless you're saving them from captivity.
I don't know how SeaWorld still.
Oh my god, bro! SeaWorld's a whole ass different conversation, but I know it's.
SeaWorld is so messed up.
Have you seen the videos of like the orcas and shit?
Yeah, and I've seen the video. Like I've seen documentaries of
the documentaries of the orcas, bro.
The like
sad.
It's
dude.
Sad. Like there
was a Mr. Ballin story. Shout out to Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin made a story.
He made a story about there was a guy that got super drunk, and one of the orcas that was already. Like those orcas too, like their dorsal fins, the ones that like the shark ones on their back, it's like bent, because they're depressed or something like that.
Depressed or when they get captured, I think that's what happens.
Yeah, something like that. But anyways, there's like a huge one. I forgot what his name was, but there was like a drunk guy that got into that where they were keeping him, the orca, and the orca like he was drunk, and the orca like fucked him up. They found his body like naked and ripped to pieces and shit. Because his dumbass wanted to go fucking swimming with them. I mean,
stupid.
Like, I'm sorry that he died, but I mean, yeah, it's fucked up. Because he went to go swimming with a fucking wild killer. They're called killer whales, bro.
I learned another thing in philosophy that I've learned is we don't actually create things. We rediscover them. If you get what I'm saying, because all matter is already there. We don't create it. We just combine things that make matter that was
That's
already there. That tripped me the fuck out.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Like just like how, bro, who created light bulb?
So that shit out.
No, we need.
I think it's Theo Von.
Oh my god, we're dumb as fuck.
Who was it?
Oh my.
George Washington Lincoln?
Thomas Edison.
Oh my.
People were saying, oh, Thomas Edison was the creator of the light bulb, right? Because he discovered, what was it? Electricity, right?
He didn't discover electricity. It was Ben Franklin.
It was Ben Franklin, right?
That discovered electricity. But
okay, for the light bulb,
yeah.
it was already there. It maybe in the past life, or even just the matter that was there has been there before we recreated it, or before we mixed things together to invent the
you
light
don't even
bulb.
have to go that far. Like, that makes sense where you say that
You don't even, we
matter was already there.
through the
Because to make all of this glass, whatever, like, stuff already had to be there. So it wasn't technically, I guess, invented yet, but the stuff that we needed.
It was waiting to be.
Yeah, it was waiting to be put together. To make that stuff. Oh fuck, that's trippy as hell.
That's crazy. No, so that's what I was getting to. So he didn't create the light bulb; he rediscovered it. Isn't that crazy? So you could go way back in the past. What if we, at some point, it was already futuristic, but it was hella far,
That's like,
hella
think
far
of
back then.
what about Atlantis? You know, that's what they're saying about our civilization right now, because
de-evolutionizing.
I don't know if that's the exact word, but
I don't know how to say it.
Like a lost civilization, because I don't know where I heard it from, but if you think about, like, a lot of our information nowadays is stored in a cloud, right? Mm-hmm. So and in that database, what if that database is just destroyed? We don't have it anymore because we're not writing books like that anymore to keep information. Have you heard about that? I forgot what it's called specifically, but there's a library where there was a lot of knowledge that was burnt down, and we lost a lot of information from it.
Was that recently?
No. It was a long time ago, like in Egypt or something like that. But we lost a lot of. We probably could have had, I don't know, been further along in our evolution or whatever, if that hadn't got burned down. But a lot of information was lost that way. And so, what if you think about, like, Atlantis? Like, there's supposed to be this futuristic civilization that had all this great technology, but they disappeared. Or, the theory is that it was like a sunken city.
They never found Atlantis, right? I'm just making sure.
I mean, there's a lot of, like, no, they never found specifically Atlantis that where the sign that says "Welcome to Atlantis." But but I'm saying there's a lot of like I forgot where it is, but there's this place where you can see kind of like stepping stones where it looks like it was like a road before. So that could be some kind of Atlantis or something. But, like, you never know. Like, you're right. What if eventually, because the theory about like the Big Bang, right? And you know how, like, 100 million years from now, the sun is gonna eventually consume, like, the Earth and all the other planets. It's gonna expand so much, and the whole thing's gonna explode, and it's just gonna be stars again. And then eventually
the sun is getting hotter, right?
Yeah, and that's why. Well, they also think it's because of global warming and shit too. But I mean, it's also because the sun is expanding, like, all the time, and then like the Big Bang theory could happen again or something. Like, everything explodes, the sun explodes, everything is gone, and then eventually, the way that the stars are, it's just gonna happen again, and then all of this is gonna happen again.
What if, bro? Going down into the future, there is a way, like, we had so much, like, technology that we were able to stop that, like, natural disasters from happening, to the point where, what if things become a simulation? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought that life could be a simulation?
Oh my god, bro! Hell yeah!
Yeah, because there's so much technology that, like, the government probably has that we don't even know about.
Yeah, we have 57 type. Yeah. Is it 57, 51?
51.
Oh,
where'd you get 57 from? What the fuck?
Heinz 57, my bad.
Oh, what the fuck, man? So, no, but, like, Area 51, do you ever wonder, like, yeah, it's a military base, right? People aren't allowed to be there. But have you ever, like, wondered why specifically people try to go to Area 51, or why they keep it so sacred, so, like, secured? They don't want anyone there. Yeah, they're hiding some stuff there, like,
because what if that's where we really are?
What if that's a portal to, like, our actual reality, or where everything's being fucking controlled? Or
what if it's like that, the Avatar thing where you're in, like, a little capsule, but if you go there and then you see, I don't know, like, you see your body or some shit, you could take it off.
So this is just a fucking vessel, man.
I mean, damn near, they always say that your soul and your spirit is like separate. This is just a vessel for us.
This is like
That's
high
right.
talk. This is like
I know,
conversation
it's
we're
like
having
beta
when we're
talk.
fucking high. Well, I'm just like, we're completely sober right now.
Oh god,
We're completely sober.
dude. Remember, there's a place called Gravity Hill. I'm sure there is some kind of science behind
Did you guys
it.
bring me there when I was a little
Yes, bruh.
motherfucking kid?
Oh my, dude, it gave me still does give me goosebumps. But the Zodiac killer, I forgot exactly, but he might have like killed a bunch of kids or something like that around that area.
Oh my god.
But there's this place where it's obviously a hill. Like it's not super steep, but it's like a slant, and you can literally tell. And if you put your car on neutral, it's supposed to go backwards or go forwards, whatever way you're going, right? It's supposed to go downhill. But that doesn't happen in Gravity Hill.
But how does okay? Wait, explain how neutral works to some people who don't really know how neutral in the car works, including me.
It's just idle. Like it doesn't. You can step on the brake, but if you step on the gas, nothing happens to it
Why?
because it's idle.
But how come when you but when you, for example, you're going uphill, right? When you put in neutral, what happens?
Gravity takes place. You're supposed to either go down or go backwards or go down.
So neutral is just like it just has no specific gear, right?
Yeah.
My bad. I didn't know that. I didn't really get into that shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, and anyways, yeah. So you put it on neutral. So you would think that gravity's supposed to take control, and you're supposed to go. In this case, we're supposed to go backwards.
Yeah, because you're.
But
on
we
a hill,
didn't,
right?
bruh.
Mm-hmm.
It was going forward, bruh. And I remember specifically when we were little kids. I think it was with my friends, but we went there, and there's an urban legend where if you put baby powder on the car.
You'll see
supposed to be handprints.
Baby handprints,
like small handprints. And I don't know, it's a very faint memory, but I feel like I remember when we put baby powder and you can see something. I don't remember if it was specifically handprints, but something like that. And the car was moving forward uphill on neutral when it's supposed to go down.
How the hell does that work?
Because they're saying that it's the spirits of the kids that are pushing you upwards
to make you not fall and suffer the same fate as they did.
exactly.
I've actually heard they
They have something like that in home
Antioch,
too.
but
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a repeated, like, urban
There-
legend.
maybe there is some kind of
For
like
the one in Antioch, right? There's on the same trail. It's called Empire Mine, right? On Empire Mine, there's the Devil's Horn. Remember? Where there's a cave and like there's a branch where
isn't that
it's
the
shaped
gates
like,
to hell?
No, that's after. So there's like there's a cave, right? Where it's like a small cave. I feel like a lot of homeless people camp there, but it's a place where there's a cave entrance and there's like tree branches that are in the shape of a horn,
Of horns, like
devil
devil
horns,
horns?
of devil horns. So then, and there's also a windmill, bro. Every time I would pass by there,
Oh, I
no
remember the
breeze,
windmill.
no breeze.
And it's moving.
When you pass
Oh
when
my
you
God,
pass by,
bro.
it
Why was it
spins.
doing that, bro?
That's where
Is there an urban legend about that?
The thing is, right, like older Filipino, like for us, right, older Filipinos, the parents specifically too, they would tell stories to us to make sure that we would behave. Otherwise, the ghost
mumu-
or
the
the
mumu
mumu
is gonna
is
get
gonna
you.
get you. That's what we call it, the mumu. And you wouldn't expect your parent to be scared of that, right? Because
Because they made it up to scare you.
either they made it up or they know it's real, so they don't mess with that, right? So the reason why I also me and Dad were walking on that trail, and the windmill and the cave are like right next to each other, but that's like 1/4 onto the trail. That's not even a mile into
the
the
cave
trail.
and the windmill are next to each other?
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Isn't the windmill like on like a flat surface?
It's on a flat surface on plains, but the cave is like right next to it. So, anyways, it's like the
remember the
windmill's
cave.
far from the actual trail, because the trail is kind of like fenced off because there's cows there and it's actual farmland still. So, where they keep the animals. So basically, me and Dad, I told Dad about it, and I was like, Dad, look at the windmill, it's spinning and there's no breeze.
When you
No
guys
breeze at all.
are hiking over there?
I mean, yeah, there's like how the plains are when there's hills, the wind is trapped like maybe in that specific area.
Yeah, like
So it kind of bounces back and forth,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But you would still feel it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would still feel it, dude. And the trees weren't rustling at all, and they're tall. They're almost as tall as a windmill. The trees weren't moving, right? They weren't moving in the wind. And then Dad was like, let's go. And that's what scared me.
Dad was
because
scared?
Dad doesn't believe in that shit. He get creeped out like if like there's a robber or something, like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
let's go, or if there's
Yeah.
another person. But
No,
supernatural
Dad was
stuff,
scared.
dad got scared. Dad is a 60-year-old man, and he got scared. So that's what really, I was just like, oh hell no.
That's
If
ha-
you're
yeah,
scared,
no,
I'm
that's
out.
hella
'Cause
scary.
I read it online, right? I read it online that's one of the most famous places in Antioch because it's haunted. But
Why is it haunted?
because it's really secluded, and it's kind of a place
Where
where
people get murdered there?
there was an actual story about that. I'll get into it. But it's one of the places that is untouched in Antioch, so it's really private property,
Yeah.
and
Where
it's
the- where-
really it's really
I feel like
private.
I remember.
There's surveillance like everywhere on that trail.
I feel like I remember when you go onto the slaughterhouse though, and the windmill's right there. Like you could just walk past it.
They blocked it off with like that thing where vehicles can't enter.
The
But you could
the little
easily
gate
climb over
thing.
that, right? You could
Yeah,
easily climb over it.
Yeah.
But the
Where do you
before
go
that-
from? The Empire Mine Trail, where it's by the park.
So yeah, first it would be the Devil's Horns, the windmill, and then I would say
I remember the Devil's Horns like that.
a mile deeper. It's like one of the first attractions. It's not too much. It's just, it literally looks like it's crazy though.
Did I tell you one time we were over there? Me, Sky, and then some other people were hanging out. Just obviously teenagers going to fuck around at the slaughterhouse.
Mhm.
There was a tree over there, and we saw a noose.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you about that too. So wait, I'll get to that for real. So then after the windmill, a mile deeper or two it's a long trail. It's like a 4 mile trail.
Not long.
That's pretty long, bruh.
No, the one by Conchaloma, it's like 6 miles. We used to go all the
Hell
time.
no, that one's hella.
If you go the short way, yeah.
Black
but the way
Diamond.
Black Diamond's pretty long
Black
too.
Diamond's
Yeah.
okay, no. Anyways, so then after that, then that's the gates of hell. They say that in Antioch, right? There's the gates of hell on the Empire Mine Trail, where it leads into the plains, but it's fenced off. You cannot pass that fence. It's private property. You get there, there's surveillance. You will get arrested. Trespassing.
Yeah.
So it leads into imagine like a big like plain area, right? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a big plain area, and then there's hills. There's pretty big hills that kind of surround the area, but surround the plains. So when you go deeper into the plains and you make a right into the hills, the hills kind of cover. It leads into an area where it's kind of like a circular area, but the hills are surrounding it, so you can't see what's inside of that little circle, that little area. They say the reason why it's the gates of hell is because there's an abandoned asylum
Cemetery.
there. Abandoned asylum.
I think I've heard of that before.
The Antioch Abandoned Asylum. I haven't seen it, but that's why they call it the gates of hell. And also if you cross that fence,
that type of shit's scary.
you get cursed, you get haunted by the demons that were stuck at the asylum type stuff, and that's why it was so secluded. That's why I'm thinking that's why it's private property, because what else are they putting out there? Nothing. It's maybe because it's actually haunted.
Oh my god, we gotta go back there and see that.
I'm down, but no, they're actually, it's becoming more kind of busier with
People hiking.
not people hiking, but people of the Antioch
Government.
workers.
Remember we went hiking there
The
one time,
anti-government,
and
yeah.
there was like it was kind of not busy, but there was like cars going in and out.
Yeah, of workers
Yeah.
for some reason. But I feel like
Farm workers or what?
No, not farm workers. I feel like people who have to
Keep you
watch-
out of there because there's something hidden over
keep
there.
you out. Oh shit. No, but and then after the gates of hell, you walk down a little bit further down. Then that's the abandoned slaughterhouse where they're apparently killing animals and stuff like that. Or
Well, I mean,
That's-
slaughterhouses. The point of slaughterhouse is to that's where you're gonna have to kill the cows to make the burgers. And
right,
shit.
but I don't. How do they make it creepy? Like that's what I don't. That's the only thing I don't get. The only thing that's creepy about
That's
that
why.
place
Yeah,
is because
I never knew it was
entities,
haunted.
I guess entities would surround that area, and it's super quiet, and like they would move stuff around. You would hear banging, and then you.
Well, also because it was abandoned, those that's why I said about the news, because a lot of people go there, and then there's conspiracies about like the KKK going over there.
Oh no way!
Yes, because I remember going there one time, and then you see a bunch of graffiti.
Racist?
I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, Antioch I
I
think
know
it's kind
like
of old.
Stockton was.
Oh, is it? Hella
Stockton
racist?
was hella racist,
I don't know about that.
but yeah, no.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean,
but
still
any-
racist to this fucking day, man.
Still racist, yeah,
Especially downtown Antioch, bro. Oh my god.
but downtown. I wouldn't say
It depends on what area, but there's a lot of areas there where it's just
Brownwood, super racist. Downtown
Brownwood?
Brownwood, there's hillbillies there. Going down to Mountain House.
Bruh.
And
When there was this one time where me and Nicole were doing this it's like a door-to-door like promoting voting for this politician, whatever. And there was this one time where we ran across these people where they had I think they had like swastikas or something like that. Like they had face tattoos and shit, like skinheads type.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember they were looking at us and they were like, "Dude, we gotta go." Like we were just walk past them and fucking leave. Cause I think they were trying to talk to us.
I would see some people that's weird because I would see people at City Sports working out, big jack dudes, hella tattoos. One dude had a swastika on his back.
Dead ass.
And he was a nice guy. He was like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Like, how's it going?" I'm like, "It's going good, man. Like, how are you?"
Maybe those kind of people are like they
change.
Yeah, they turn their life around
because of prison. But anyways, back to the Empire Mine type shit. So there was actually bats there too. There's bats over there.
Are there?
Empire Mine? Yeah. If you go
in the
up,
cave.
no, there's no at the slaughterhouse. There's like this part where
Inside
there's like
the
a shed.
slaughterhouse?
There's a shed, right? It doesn't look like a slaughterhouse.
Isn't it kind of small?
It's small and it looks like there's water tanks and there's some
I don't
sheds.
remember.
There's some sheds.
What the fuck, man?
So I drank hella water. There's some sheds and then there's like one big shed where there's hella bats like on the ceiling, and like it's weird because bats are like they're quiet. They're more quiet than people think unless you really.
Well, because if you go there during the daytime, they're sleeping.
They're sleeping, right? Yeah, no, but I would go there during night and they were chill.
Y'all went there during nighttime? I don't think we ever went there like.
Oh, I went.
Hella
Me,
dark.
Kenny, Alexis, Elijah, Jeremiah, and I think someone else. I forgot. I'm sorry. We went.
Jeremiah.
I gave the idea. That was me. It was me. Yeah, my Jeremiah. I gave the idea. I was like, "Hey guys, let's go to the slaughter. Let's go to Empire Mine at night though, on our bikes with the lights on our head." And that's what.
Real on some Stranger Things shit.
Okay, so there's another thing, right? One experience that I had at the slaughterhouse at Empire Mine was, it was me, Jalen, Jerry, and Devin. Devin chose to stay behind. He was there. He was like, "Hell no, hey, no." Like at the slaughter, we went to the slaughterhouse and he was like, "Hey, bro, I'm not crossing that fence, bro. Hey, y'all got it." So it was me, Jalen, and Jerry.
He'd rather stay there by himself than to go over with
Right.
y'all?
Right,
Hell
exactly.
nah.
Devin,
I'll be
come on.
scared.
Yeah, and then but it's like outside the trail, so he was cool. It was daytime.
Oh, okay.
So, but afterwards we were like walking around. We climbed a couple stuff, and we looked around. I saw chains shaped as like nooses and stuff like that. They were
inside,
hanging,
right? Yeah, hanging.
but I'm not.
But those could be for like to hang the cows when they're
I
slaughtering them or
think,
something.
or people would just put that just to
Yeah.
put it for.
That's what I
fun
was
or
thinking
whatever.
too. Yeah. But I mean,
People like to fuck around like that. People go
I
there
know,
and,
it's like-
and graffiti.
yeah, graffiti like crazy shit, like
Yeah.
KKK and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So me, Jerry, and Jalen, after we left, we were like, or no, while we were there, actually, we were there for like 30 minutes exploring the slaughterhouse, and we were like, "Bro, I got a headache," and Jalen and Jerry were like, "Bro, me too." Like we felt lightheaded.
Something
and then
similar happened to me too.
We were hella quiet the rest of the time because we felt sick. For some reason, we felt sick, and yeah, we played basketball before then, but is it really a coincidence that me, Jerry, and Jalen are all having headaches? Man,
I don't know. That's fucking.
what?
That's trippy.
It was like
fuck.
it was afternoon. It wasn't even like that late.
Bruh. I feel like I don't remember. I think it was on Concha Loma though. But there is like or it might be Empire Mine where there is like a little dip, and then
Mhm.
it gets hella cold right there. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but
There is something like that.
yeah, there's like a little
Empire
dip,
Mine.
and it gets hella cold. And I remember, yes, we started getting headaches too. Like I remember, like the back of our head, Scott's head too was hurting or some shit like that.
And that's the thing, that after the slaughterhouse, it's called Gravity Hill.
Yeah.
They say it's because
Is that called something else over there in Antioch?
No, it's called Gravity Hill. It was literally called Gravity Hill. The
Is
reason
the one about the little kids
it's the kids that
in the
were,
bus.
We're in the school bus,
And
and
the
then
driver,
the school
right?
bus crashed. Right?
Wasn't it the
crashed.
driver's fault or something? Like he didn't want to stop or some shit.
Maybe, but why? I don't understand why they're going to school there. Oh, for heritage or something like that. Or Dozers. Maybe they're trying to take a shortcut. I don't know. Why would they take that way?
Yeah, because it's by Dallas Ranch Park, right? By Empire Mine.
Yeah, but why would they take that? Maybe it was just like
I forgot the
road back
full
then.
story, but I don't know if they were dropping them off or some shit like that. But I remember like it was something about the bus driver, like he didn't want to slow down.
It
or
was
he
a
didn't wanna
long ass
stop.
time. It was a long.
Yeah,
ass
he didn't
time
want to
ago.
stop. And so similar to like the Gravity Hill in Vallejo,
Mm-hmm.
where if you park your car there or whatever, like I don't know, something about that. I don't know if it's just some kind of science behind it or some shit, bro. But I don't know. Like, why wouldn't you believe that? Especially if you put the fucking baby powder in this fucking handprints and shit.
No, I know. I don't know how that works, but yeah, that it correlates with the same story as Empire Mind.
Yeah.
And there's another story that I read, and I guess it was true. There is an article back then, either 1800s, 1700s, where there was a girl and a guy. They were like dating, and I think it was one of them stabbed the other, and the other one tried, like the person that was stabbed tried to call for help, but they never did, and so they haunt that area.
Where? In Empire Mind?
Empire Mind.
I've never heard of that one.
I don't know, but that's one of the many horror stories. I tried to do research on Empire Mind because
Me too.
when I went there, it's just like it wasn't that
whatever,
much.
yeah.
It wasn't all that, but it just maybe the whole.
But it's
the
eerie
vibe,
there, though.
yeah,
Especially if you go by yourself. I mean, obviously that's something that you go with to your friends, but I mean, like I said, like
oh,
I
if you
remember
go there by yourself, there was this
I know,
guy
you're crazy.
there was this guy that went there and recorded a YouTube video and slept there at the slaughterhouse.
What happened?
I don't remember, but it wasn't too popular.
I think we watched that.
I don't know if
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I just remember there's like a little bit of a hill by the slaughterhouse, a little bit like away, but there's a hill there and there's a tree. And I remember we were looking and we're like, dude, that's a fucking noose on the tree. We were like, bro, what? So we wanted to cut right away.
Oh my god.
Because imagine seeing someone, even if it's like someone like to play a joke or a prank or whatever, like, why would you even want to do that? If you're not going to stay there to see someone, like.
Well, I don't understand why people like try to. That's the thing about Antioch. I feel like a lot of people like to troll, bro, and they like to like.
Yeah.
You know,
Remember when we were walking to Empire Mine on the floor? There's like always hella like, oh,
graffiti.
Yeah, gates of hell towards that way or something, or
well, sometimes and then
turn back or something.
Sometimes there's graffiti that says my dick is big or something like that. Like, what the fuck? Why would they have that?
There's a lot of fucking trolls.
I know people that graffiti there. I'm not about to snitch, but I know people who graffiti there. It's like, I mean, cool, but.
It's because you're not allowed really to go over there. That's
you gotta
why,
like
right?
respect like some like parts of like
I don't know.
the crazy
it's always
places.
like little kids and shit
but
too. But
unfortunately, recently the slaughterhouse has been demolished.
Demolished, right?
It has been demolished, and now it's just flat ground. I don't know. That trail's just eerie, and then that's like one of the most haunted places I guess we have around our area. Which that's what I'm.
Why
saying.
is it haunted though?
That's why I want to go to a place.
Is it Indian burial ground?
The what?
Is it an Indian burial ground or something?
I think they will tell us if it was. I don't think it
Like
is.
you're not allowed to go there, huh?
Well, it'd be kind of like a what do you call it? Not a cemetery, but like a site.
Yeah, like a memorial kind of
memorial
thing.
site.
Yeah.
But no.
Like in Black Diamond, right?
Black they have.
There's a
like
cemetery.
It's a cemetery. I've never been.
I don't think I've been up at the cemetery, but I remember seeing it though.
I've never been there. That's the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. I kind of want to like go to a place because I don't know. For me, I wouldn't be going to like a haunted place if something happens to me, like I get a headache or I'm getting like I don't know, I feel like back pain. I wouldn't think it's like, oh shit, dude, is that a fucking ghost? I'd just be like, bro,
I know, like what the hell? Like, why is my head hurting?
Yeah, it's like, bro, am I tired or something? Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think of that. Like,
especially
or if I'm at home, I wouldn't be just if I misplaced something or if something was misplaced. But I know that I put it there. I'd be like, bro, I'm tripping. Like, it was me. There's no way.
Sometimes like you put something down and then you like it's somewhere else. That's trippy. But that's that might be more of like a glitch in the Matrix or something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not the type of person to be like, oh my god, bro, it was a ghost.
Like it's a ghost right away.
For me, it'd be like I would try to like scientifically kind of explain it. You know,
that's the first thing that you're gonna think about is like
I wouldn't be like,
what the hell?
Shit, what the?
I must have moved it or something. Unless your dog unless your dog is looking in that direction or barking or something.
Oh my god, looking.
Yeah, that's different.
I'm not trying to be skeptical and say like, you know, I don't believe in ghosts or any of the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I've been around paranormal and haunted sites in Antioch. You know, the most haunted places in Antioch, which is kind of like one of the only haunted places in Antioch, where I'm from, or we're both from, and I want to go to somewhere that's like another place to so I can have a newfound respect for that whole paranormal belief and the whole paranormal, you know, The whole
Next
idea of
next
it.
video, Winchester House.
I'm
we
so
going
down.
there.
No, I'm
Yeah.
actually so
I'm down. I'm down
bro.
for real. I want to go.
I have the mics and everything, bro. We could actually go.
Oh my god. All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's go there. Go to
no
Gravity.
pussy shit. No pussy shit.
Gravity
For
Hills.
real.
For real, let's go. I'm with it.
I'm down, bro.
I'm with it.
We'll
Let's do
come
it.
up with a certain time. We can hire a fucking cameraman. Not hire, but we could have a cameraman.
We just take turns holding it.
I don't know, maybe. I want to have that vlog shit where it's like, hey guys, how's it going? You know, that's a fucking but
shit. I mean,
like I've said, I'm not skeptical.
It's
I
trippy.
believe it. I believe it. I want to see it to believe it.
exactly.
I've witnessed the areas,
and you never know. I mean, just because everyone else believes that it's not real, if me and you see some shit, then to us that's real, you know.
And I've gone to the point in life where I'm just like, I'm not gonna think that something happened because of some supernatural stuff. I'm gonna be like, oh, maybe I just forgot to put it back where I wanted it to be.
Oh, it's because you motherfucking broke that mirror and you got
No.
7 years of bad luck.
It's already been fucking 7 years. But that's where I'm at right now. Because I'm gonna go to a place where it's actually haunted. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing else I can explain this. This fucking place is haunted. I'm getting haunted
Well,
right
that's
motherfucking
next.
now.
Let's do it. That's next.
And we could also do that in 2 months because it's October.
Ooh, bro, yeah, that's
Yeah.
hard.
Hey,
That's hard.
guys.
That's hard.
Sooner or later, we would actually get more into that horror shit, that horror stuff where we're talking about some crazy, scary stuff that would happen. We could talk like storytelling, all that, bro, all that.
I'm with it.
All right, that's gonna be it. All right, thank y'all for watching. All right, no, actually, guys, for real, we'll see you in the next podcast. I don't know when it's actually gonna be. This is gonna be posted, but we film every Tuesday, so expect it to be posted.
We working.
After.
Just know it's consistency coming through.
Yeah, we got more shit coming. All right, we got more.
It's
shit
not The
coming.
Last
All
of
right.
Us.
We'll see y'all. All right, cut.
It was lit.